Hi guys, and welcome to my channel again. It's Jessica from Nova Scotia, Canada. I hope you're having an amazing night. And today we're making some chow mein with low carb noodles. It's gonna be Nicaraguan style, my own version of it. Yeah, let's see what we need. All right, guys. Here's what we're gonna need. We're gonna do. Not doing celery this time with it. I'm just gonna do salt. I got soy sauce. I have garlic. I have some bone broth here. That's what I'm gonna use instead of butter and stuff. Then I have garlic. Yes, I'm cheating with this garlic. I have some Worcestershire sauce. I have some, it's Keto Ketchup. I make my own and it's pretty much out. So I just took as much of it as I could. It's almost half a cup. I have 2 carrots. I have some green onions. I have one green pepper and one of those small packages of mushrooms. The little black ones, I'm not sure. Then I have some chicken broth and 1 small cabbage. I have half an onion here. Usually you use a full onion, but I had a massive onion, so half an onion. And about, I don't know, like a big bush of cilantro. It's hard to, and then half a lemon. And that's about it. You're also going to need some turmeric. And like I said, I'm not doing it with celery this time. I have enough vegetables, so. Alright, so let's get cooking. Alright, here we go, guys. We're going to set it to high first. We're just going to bring the heat up. So I'm going to start with the bone broth. And I'm going to need a spoon. Awesome. Alright, so we're just going to take some of the fat on top. About sorry about the noise. Tablespoon and a half. And I'm just going to try and get to the actual bone broth. The jelly part, the good stuff. Alright, once you get to the jelly part, I'm going to do about... sorry. It's kind of melted now. Probably about a couple tablespoons of it. This is beef bone broth, by the way. It's just, I made a whole bunch and this was the last one. It ended up with all the fat on top. But yeah, you're going to want to put at least 2 tablespoons. But if you don't want to do bone broth, you can do butter. About 2 tablespoons of butter. There we go. Alright, so this is brought up. I dropped my towel. Alright, so this baby's going. Yeah, so I did the a couple tablespoons of the actual bone broth part, and then a couple tablespoons of the fat from the bone broth. Or you could do like a couple tablespoons of butter. Up to you. Okay. And today I'm making it with shrimp. So I have some raw shrimp here. There we go. That baby's going. It's all melted now. We're going to add our onion. And you're going to give it a minute to cook. And then you're gonna do about 4 garlic if you're doing fresh. Is 4 cloves. If you're doing this stuff, you're gonna want to do about 3 teaspoons. That would be about 4 garlic, I would think. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Alright, and let this baby cook a little bit. Separate all the onions because they're always like all mushed together. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, I'm just going to separate it. It already smells good in here. You need smell-o-vision. Now I'm going to take this time to cook the shrimp. No, I'm going to do it in a separate pan. It's better that way. So we're going to put in our carrots. Ooh, this is full. The mushrooms and the pepper. Yeah, my other carrot was in here. I started out with 1, but then I decided to put 2. So you got a nice full pan here. And you're gonna let that cook for a little bit. You're pretty much just throwing everything in once you cut everything. Let that cook for a second. Oh, it smells delicious. Usually when I cut all my vegetables, I keep all the end pieces and then I freeze them and I make bone broth out of it. Obviously with bones and all the vegetables, so nothing goes to waste. You're going to want to cook it for about 2 minutes maybe. Just saute it a little bit around, get everything coated. Alright, now I'm going to put this baby on the other burner. And I'm going to cook the shrimp while that's simmering. So for the shrimp, I'm just going to do it in a small pan here. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. I'm actually going to do some butter for the shrimp. Because shrimp and butter. So you're gonna do like maybe like a teaspoon of butter. It's just a small one. And you're gonna put some more garlic in. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of garlic with it. I didn't feel like doing fries today, sorry guys. But you can. I'm just gonna use the same spoon here. Let's mix up all the butter and garlic. You don't want to burn your butter. So we're gonna shove the shrimp in here. It's still frozen. So we're gonna let it cook for a bit. And they're gonna release all that water. So that's pretty much, we're just gonna cook it to just under a little bit, so that when you put it in with your broth, it's not gonna be overcooked and you won't have some hard shrimp in your vegetables. Alright, you can make this not low carb. Just use the regular ramen noodles. I'm doing the new pasta. Alright, I'm trying to separate these guys. They like to get together. Alright, so these babies are almost cooked. So you just want them pink. You don't want them fully like red. Because then they'll be overcooked. Get these guys in here. Maybe I should have gotten a bigger pan. So, we're just going to flip them. And like I said, you want to leave them a little bit under. So you don't have overcooked shrimp. So just butter and garlic in these babies. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on it too. Oops. Flip. And they'll be ready in a second. There we go. Oh, this one needs to be flipped. Yeah, they're almost ready. Shrimp are fast. Probably been cooking them for a couple minutes. And that's why I started with them frozen. They don't cook as fast. Because then we're just going to set it aside and finish cooking that, because then you guys can see what I'm doing. Alright. So these babies are nice and soft now. Yep. So we're going to take them out and we're going to put them aside so they don't keep cooking. They'll cook a little bit there. Alright, so back to this. Hopefully you can hear me over the noise. I have it on medium heat. Alright, we're going to put about quarter cup of green onions, and we're just going to start seasoning. Easy peasy, guys. We're going to do a couple of pinches of salt to taste, however you want. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, and we're going to do about a quarter cup of pepper. Then I'm gonna do, if I can open it, expect it. About a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And you're gonna do the half lemon. Anyway. So you're gonna get whatever juice you get out of it. Half a lemon. You can do a whole lemon if you like it more acidic. Okay, then you're going to do about 4 dabs of Worcestershire sauce. I know that's not how you say it, but that's how I say it. Then you're going to do about a half a teaspoon of turmeric, and I forgot to mention paprika too. You're going to do about a 1/4 teaspoon of that. And, oops. I'm just going to mix everything, incorporate it nicely. There we go. And you're going to do your cilantro. In there. I usually cut off the stem of the cilantro so nobody's getting those hard pieces. There we go. Incorporate all that. And then we're going to put in half the cabbage. Try to separate it a little bit. It's going to get separated too. Ooh, I got to cut that. Too big. I put in half because I don't like it too mushy. I like it to have some crunch. So we're just going to incorporate all this into all the veggies. Gonna cut this one up a little bit big. But yeah, I don't make it really fine. Oh, there's another big piece. Because then it loses that crunch, becomes a little mushy for my liking. Oops. Oops. I'm losing my cabbage. Yeah, once you'll see it'll go down a lot. I'll add a bunch more cabbage, and I pretty much add it till all the cabbage is incorporated into it. There we go. Now we can add more cabbage. So I'll leave about a 1/4 of it still. So usually it takes about 3 turns. If you buy the big cabbage, I always do about half the cabbage because they're massive, and it's just 4 of us. 2 kids, 2 adults. This is like the full package of green onions that you get. Usually I do about half of it, and then the rest I leave for just garnish. Alright, so we're going to add our ketchup. And I didn't have quite half a cup. So what I'm gonna do is we're putting about a cup, I think, of the broth. Blew up, lovely. Oh, that's a mess. Oops. So I'm just gonna put it in here. I'm gonna start off with a cup, but usually when I make the chop suey, like they call it in Nicaragua, yeah, I made a mess. We usually put just enough to do like half of it. I didn't quite half of it, so I'm just gonna use the rest that's in the bottom. Yeah, I just took a regular bottle and I put my own because it's easier to just squish it out. So, I'll save that, clean it up again, and then I'll make more keto ketchup. I will show you in another video how to make that. Alright, so that was about half a cup. We're going to put about a cup of broth. So, we'll do another half. And it's not that much liquid, as you can see, but all the vegetables are gonna let out vegetables. I mean, let out juice or fluid. Smells awesome. Looking pretty good. It needs more juice. I'm gonna do another half a cup. And so we got 1.5 cups in here. I think that's a good amount. It has some, if you can see right there. This is a very green cabbage. Yes, the small ones are different colors. Alright, I'm gonna give it a taste. See how cooked my cabbage is. That's good. Alright, and now we're going to put the rest of the cabbage in. Like I said, layers. Layers. This thing's got layers. Sorry, that was loud. Alright, so make sure you mix it all in again. So everything is... now you can put more ketchup if you like more sweet. But it's up to you. Usually they make it with regular ketchup. Everything else is pretty much the same. And yes, usually they do chunky noodles. I mean crunchy noodles. But you know what? I can't do those. They're usually those little yellow crunchy ones. I'll show you what the proper is in another video. I'm going to make this. But this one I'm making with noodles. Gonna give it a little taste. Just want to taste the broth. Good stuff. My keto ketchup is obviously not as sweet as regular ketchup. And I make it with like sweetener instead of sugar and all that fun stuff. So, like I said, it's really up to you what you want to use. And I think I'm going to need more. Usually when we make this, we make it with, you boil the chicken and then use all that broth from the chicken that you boiled. But I didn't feel like having chicken today, so we're going to put in more broth because it should have more of the fluid, because as soon as you put the noodles in, it's going to suck up all that fluid. And I'm going to do another half. I don't want to put in too much either. So we're up to 2 cups right now. Alright, that looks good. Yeah, you want at least about half of the amount of cabbage for the broth that's there. Let's give it a try. Cabbage is awesome. You're pretty much going to cook it till your cabbage is to the consistency that you like. Whether you like it crunchy, I like a little bit crunchy, or soggy, it's up to you. Now we're going to put in all our shrimp with all that yummy stuff. The garlic. We're just going to make it all so it's all the same flavor. So garlic and butter all go in there. I could have put in more shrimp, but that's all I had left. Alright, so you're just going to cover this and cook it for about 5 minutes. And for the new pasta, all you have to do is take it out of the package, drain it, and then you're going to rinse out all that liquid it comes in. Alright, and that's it. You just, I like to rinse it a couple times. It looks delicious. Just to get all the flavor out of it. Just in case it has flavor. Alright, and I'm going to put in a different pot. Sorry, that was loud. And what I'm going to do is, because this is mine, the one I'm making for my kids, they're just going to have it, they're just going to have it with regular ramen noodles. So I'm just going to take some out and mix it with mine. And then I have mine. Don't forget to hydrate. No, 1 minute and 30 seconds left. We're just gonna give it a little whirl. It smells. Now, if you want it redder, but you don't want it sweeter, you can always put achote. It's a Nicaraguan herb. Actually, I think they have it in Mexico and some other places. I am not sure. Let me know, guys, if they have it in your country. Or what you call it. It's achote. Makes everything really red. And it brings out, it pops all the flavors out. There we go. Alright, this baby is done. So we're just going to give it a final mix. Like so. Ooh, that's hot. Okay. Turn it off. And I'm going to put this baby on. So we're going to do, put the heat back. And I'm just going to take some of the cabbage and all that good stuff out. I'm gonna do about 3 for the amount of noodles. Eek, I'm losing some. And then we're just gonna take some of the broth to add it to mine. Just because we want it a little brothy. So you know the noodles are going to suck up everything, as they usually do. So then we just give it a good mix. You just want to heat up those noodles. It's better with regular ramen. And you might want to put the ramen a little bit al dente, and you would just put it all in the same one if you're doing it for the whole family. But I get different noodles, so. So we're just gonna do that. Like I said, you're just heating it up. They're still kind of cold, so I'll let it sit for a little bit. And I rinse it with cold water, the noodles. Because I find they get kind of, just like pasta, they get kind of sticky if you do the hot water. Yeah, it's looking good. Just gonna try. I'm the only one eating this one, so there we go. Good stuff. And that's it. This is my low carb chop suey with, give me a second, kind of take this out. Chop suey with cabbage and shrimp. So we're just gonna put some noodles in here and some cabbage, yummy, and of course shrimp. I want another shrimp. You can put more shrimp on it if you want, like I said. But that's all the shrimp I have left, and I didn't feel like going shopping. Right. Some garnish. And then I have this wisps. That's what I use for the crunch. My kids, like I said, they get the crispy noodles. These wisps just are like little cheese crackers. And I do about 4 of them. Because these ones are 1 carb for like 23, so 4 of them is like nothing. So that's usually how I do it. And because I want a little color, I'm gonna have 4 more of the cheddar ones. I want a little bit of color on mine. Here we have it. Ooh. Low carb chow mein with noodles and shrimp. Awesome. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And comment. Write new in the comments if you're new to my show. And I hope you have an amazing night. Bye.
As we wait for that historic moment, with President Trump was impeached for one reason.
Bye.